Hey everyone, I'm Joe Lasher and welcome to the Ingles table. Today I'm going to show you how to make my grilled porchetta. And this is a delicious Italian garlic and herb stuffed pork loin, and you can bet that I got every ingredient I'll be using today at our local Ingles market. So let's get started. So this is probably one of my favorite dishes to ever make. And when I was dating my wife, I made this way back when, or something similar to this, and it's a great romantic, easy dish, guys or gals or whomever, to impress your spouse. So if you can't go out on Valentine's Day, stay home and make this. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna make the paste or the stuffing for the pork loin. So what I've got here is a small handheld food processor. We've got about 1/3 of a cup of fresh sage leaves. I've got the same of rosemary leaves. Very important that when you go to the Ingles produce department and you buy the rosemary, that you pull these leaves off of the stem. You don't want any stems in here for either one of those, really. We've got a couple of pieces of orange zest, basically orange peels, what that is. We've got some fennel seeds. We've got some fresh garlic. We've got a couple of pinches of pepper, and also some kosher salt, a couple of pinches of that. So now that we've got all that into our blender, you can use a large food processor or any kind of blender, but you need to give it a good mix, thorough. Okay. I think that's going to be about good enough. Let's just set our blender to the side, pop the lid, pull the blade, and then we're going to take this mixture. It already smells delicious. We're going to put it into a bowl, and then we're going to take about 1/3 of a cup of olive oil, pour it right into there, and we're going to go ahead and just mix that into a really nice paste. You don't want it to be too runny. You really want it to be nice and thick. Okay, so we've got that paste. We're gonna set that right to the side. And we've got our pork loin already set out here from the Ingles meat department. And let me tell you, this is a beautiful and fresh pork loin. So the first thing we're gonna do is butterfly this. So if that's a term that you're not familiar with, we're basically gonna take this, what's currently a roll or a log looking shape here, and we're just gonna cut it and kind of butterfly it open, fly it open like this. So you start with a thin knife at about 3/4 of an inch, and you just kind of continue to just roll this out where you can almost flatten it out. You do not want to cut all the way through, but just kind of lay it out. What we're going to do is take this amazing paste that we've got, and we're going to spoon it onto here, and we're going to start with about that much. We're going to just use our hands. This is a get your hands dirty kind of dish. I'm going to keep that on there. Now you don't want to use the entirety of it, because we're going to put some on the outside as well. So once we've got that split open, I'm going to turn this just to the side like this, and we're going to start to roll it right back up. And I had a little bit cut through, but that's no problem because I've got a secret. So there we've got that nice and rolled. Keep a towel handy, or a sink even better. What we're going to do is, now that we've got our pork loin here to the side, we're going to take the rest of that paste and we're going to just rub it all over the outside of it the best we can. So now that we've got the paste pretty much coated on the outside and top, I went to the Ingles deli counter, and very often you can find some amazing meats, boar's head meats. This is a pancetta, which is a very thin, or I had it thin sliced, Italian, almost like a bacon. You've had prosciutto, this is pancetta. So what I'm gonna do is slide this to the side. I've cut about 5 pieces of butcher twine. I found that in the Ingles market as well in the cookware section. And I'm gonna lay these out east to west, something like that. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna first lay down one layer of the pancetta underneath, like this. We're gonna take our pork loin and set right on top of that. Then we're gonna put more on top. And you really wanna, like I said, get it thin sliced and then lay it out just like so. Then we're gonna line up our butcher twine and we're simply gonna start tying this off. There's no special knot to it, but this is what's gonna hold everything together while we put it in the oven. Now I like to actually do these on the charcoal grill or on the pellet cooker. The most important thing to remember is your temperature needs to be around 375. So if you do it in the oven, you're going to put it in a roasting pan, which is what we're going to do today, 375. And we're going to do that for about an hour till the internal temperature reaches about 165. Look how beautiful that pancetta crisped up on the outside, and we got all of that rosemary and sage relish. So what we're going to do is ready to plate this up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some olive relish that I got in the Mediterranean section at Ingles. Put that down just like so, like this. Then I've got some caramelized onions, which caramelizing onion is simply just taking onion and butter and letting it turn nice and brown. And let's see what we've got when we cut into this. Turn it just like so. And look right there, we got that beautiful paste that we put in. I'm gonna put that right over our olive relish. And then I took some of the juice out of the pan, and I'm just gonna spoon that over top of it just like so, because it's just too good not to do that. And there we go. I wanna thank you for spending time with me today at the Ingles table. Don't miss out on all of the great tips, tricks, and recipes that can all be found on the website. I'll see you next time.